We are here again,
We're back.
but with one more.
I broke their virginity. This is exciting, guys.
Welcome back to the Just Saying podcast. I am your girl, Kia.
It's your girl Nadia.
And this is...
Janelba.
Is some Fetnelba in here yet?
No. Fetnelba does only participate at solitaire. She practices selective participation.
I like that. It. You know what? That's what we need in our life. Selective participation.
Oh, I do that
ready?
every day.
You over here just saying, I'm skilled in everything, Nadia. I'm already building skills. We don't need to learn nothing.
You're just not getting the memo.
It's a gift.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to just tuck myself in the back. It's all right.
You pick these friends and I don't pick them for you.
Exactly. I'm all about growth. I need people who going to tell me, you're doing it wrong, do it right, sis. So I'm with the right people. If you need those people... These the right people.
Libra, get all Libra and Aries friends.
I know.
And your life will be complete.
It's gonna be chaos, but you know.
Fun.
Fun chaos. Chaos is
sure?
fun. Chaos is a ladder.
Toxicity is spice.
I am not toxic.
Why did I just imagine us as a band named Pandora's Box?
I don't know where you went.
But can I play the drums? I don't play the drums well, but I want to play the drums if we're in a band.
That would be cool.
Right?
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I feel like I could be a cool bass player. Like,
Again,
right?
Right? Like my little dong, you know, it would look sick.
You legit trying to get carpal. You like bend up your face.
For sure. I got not have one bend up for the next bend up, you know?
I can play rhythm box.
I need my finger.
I can play rhythm box.
So what are we? We're just a percussive band?
I try to figure it out. Oh, actual topic, y'all.
Okay.
Y'all think it's just me and Kia when we out here just randomly rambling. No, it's every single one of our friends. It's getting crazy. It's just saying it's gonna keep getting crazier. If you think this is it,
production, I can hear your snack.
This is it. Let's get it clear. Y'all have other friends and that's cool and that's cute, but ain't nobody like me. I'm that guy. I am that. Look at me. Look at me. Pay close attention to what I'm saying to you.
Zoom in.
I am that guy.
Zoom in.
I don't know what they're talking about. I don't care about their other little friends. I don't care that your other little friends gonna see this. Let them know I'm that guy.
And this is what we live with.
Yeah. This is our choice.
This is a choice we make.
This is a choice.
This is a choice we make.
Correct. Every day.
We love it, though.
I'm trying to tell production I could hear this snack, and I'm very upset they're not sharing. But
you try to do like sign language with your eyes.
Feed me. I'm dying. Okay, housekeeping. Let's keep on task. Did you have a tidbit this week that made your mind? I need a sound effect.
Not that I could think of. Not this week. I've been last guys, I swear to you, I just randomly mention them and I'm like, oh no, now I've told you and I can't use it. Like,
I had to tell us shut up when we in the car and stop talking to me. Save it.
We shouldn't talk at all.
We really should just not speak.
Okay, thank you. Oh my god, I was so happy.
That's coming from a bully. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't bring you on here to air out my dirty laundry.
Oh my gosh.
Some people blind and my bad. Focus blind and me deaf and stuff. Like y'all can't see.
I could see Tia right now, just like finally.
HVAC is also a bully. Okay, I'm the literal baby of like sweetness and love. I'm the good one. Team Nadia, all the way, guys. You know who's the sweetest.
I'm gonna make Team Nadia, Team Kia shirts. Just no. Shout out to Prest. I come and bring some business. Just no. Okay, so I did have a tidbit. So there is this model. Mm-hmm. Her name is Shubu. She's a virtual model. She was created by a white Englishman. Mm-hmm. Photographer turned graphic artist, and she portrays herself. She's a black woman, and she has worked with several luxury brands since she started, like a couple years ago. And people prefer, luxury brands prefer, let's do with this digital doll.
Yes.
Other than hiring an actual black model.
Yes.
You don't have to pay a doll.
You have to pay.
You have to pay the doll.
Yeah.
They're paying
The
the
graphic
white
design.
man.
Yeah, the white
Yeah,
man.
they're paying
So
the
he
white
profits off of this image of a black woman that he created.
Well, I feel like now is a great time to let you guys know I am human, but I identify as a doll.
Bitch, I need that on a show. I identify as a doll.
I identify as
More work for Preston.
I'm saying.
like, look at my hands. I got the hands already. Pointed toes and everything. You can't see my toes.
Bitch,
but they
always
pointed.
Barbie. Always gotta be Barbie. Where's my Ken? Barbie, bitch.
My Ken is.
Mine is too. We're all here being single ladies. We're not really single ladies, but we're single ladies whenever we're
I sign
out.
all of my legal documents as single. Get at your boy.
Facts. Man, that's
You
true,
can holler, but you
it'll
gotta
hurt
like
you.
lower your voice.
Oh
It'll
God.
It'll hurt you every time you just say like, I live with my partner and we do everything together.
But I am single.
I am single.
I am
Tick.
single
I'm just
human.
there like
He
this man
hasn't
you know.
bought me yet. He didn't bring the cows.
Where the goats at? Where the goats at? Somebody gotta bring us back to them times. That's what they want. It's cool. I hear, but I run away, y'all. Still
So,
okay.
gentlemen, if you're paying attention, I just need y'all to know my friend would like to be, exchanged for.
Cows.
Some cows and goats. Yeah.
Cows and goats.
No, you know what I really want? Farmland.
Land.
Farmland.
No, it's not about what you want. I'm doing the exchanging. You are leaving, so you're gonna have to figure out what you get after you done. Bring me the cow then. I want some cow and some sheep for Nadi, and for Kia, you could bring a piece of land. Go with him, and what happens afterwards ain't none of my business.
With friends like these, whole lot.
This is a great segue into our topic, actually.
Yes, because she's showing a lot of it right now.
I'm saying, I mean, my price I feel would be high enough because I am quite, as some would say, pretty.
Quite.
I'm not
Wink.
debating your price. You pretty. So I
But
wanna
she
know
just
how-
profiting off of you. That's not how it's supposed to work, though. I'm supposed to profit off of my own appearance. Anyway, so the topic of today.
But you will. You getting married to somebody who can obviously give away land for you.
That's true. That's true.
What if that was his last piece of land?
Well, he's stupid, and you should have never married him. He's stupid for marrying a stupid man.
But you're supposed to make sure that all. Okay, see, this is your real role then. You could keep the land because that's you get your
I
pay, right? You will. But you gotta make sure that he could take care of me. That's your job in all
But
of this.
you went and find him.
I went and find who?
So you ain't already coming with a man.
Oh, God.
How did this end up here?
Send help. Wait. I officially remove. I'm sorry. I didn't even know this was going to happen so fast. I remove the pimp cup. You can no longer have a chalice. I'm sorry. It goes to her now. Nelva is the pimp of all
I will
pimps.
stab you all.
No, well, you need to bring it out because Nelva about to take your crown real fast. Pimp stick gone.
You're right.
You need to stop act. You have to play you on your own show, dog.
You're right.
That's
you're right.
crazy.
You
You're
can
right.
come on radar and try and bully me.
I won't. I'm not a bully. I am not a bully. I'm just something else. And I trying to be real smooth about it right now, cause for the people out in the party. But
I think what people finding out is Nadia just surrounds herself with bullies and then acts like she was once a bully, but you just get bullied.
oh my God, it's still more true. I never said I was a bully. I never said I was a bully.
You didn't give off this bad dog energy, but I just
To who?
I
To
don't.
whom? You the whole one who thought I was a bad. I've been saying I'm the sweetest little thing this whole time. The sweetest little thing.
Mhm.
I'm a sweet thing.
I won't let them be fooled.
Okay, see now
I
you
can
calling me a bully.
I can get it out because you are.
I'm
Why would I be
not.
friends with you for this long if I can't take nothing but abuse, like.
This is not what this episode was supposed to be. Jesus, never get off the episode if you can't stop all the things you started.
Right?
What did I do? I sat down. I'm sitting. I'm listening. This one like to get boxed up.
Oh my
I didn't say that.
No, don't box me.
No,
I did
Because I
not.
want all the smoke.
no.
All.
I may need to revisit this in post. I
I
feel like I shot myself in my foot and my neck and my arms.
If I box you, you'll be happy? Like
If
to make
you-
me happy, I want food.
If you box me, I might be happy. If you box me.
Options.
Don't do that. Because we could go there. If you want to go there, we could go there.
We'll
'Cause
talk.
I box you.
We'll
We'll do a little
talk.
dance right now.
We'll talk.
Intermission. We need to get some water in here. Obviously. This is not how this episode was supposed
At
to
all.
start.
Like, we ain't even.
I gotta revisit all of this in post. Me and Ray gonna have to sit down and talk about these scenes.
Sir, I don't think that's allowed.
I don't think
We
no.
gotta edit. We gotta edit.
Okay. Let me play the video to bring us back center. So I was perusing on the webs. Ray, I will send you the video to splicing. I was perusing on the webs, and I saw this video, and it made me ask questions. If the audio will play.
Your phone on silent.
Jesus Christ.
Girl, you're not doing
Space.
good.
And that's something
I
I
have to
say to my
start it
kids
over.
regularly. When people tell my daughter, shooter is, I hate the fact that people have to feel like they're beneath other people based on, I didn't do for this face. And that's something I explain to my kids regularly. When people tell my daughter that she's beautiful, I correct them. Yes, take that compliment. She'll say, that's God's compliment. That's not my compliment, but thank you. Because she didn't do for that.
Wow.
The first thing
Can we
that
break that
happens,
down?
the first thing that happens is
You
when you
didn't.
find yourself in a messed up situation as a grown up, you're like, damn, what can I do? What can I do? I'm pretty. So now you about to trick with. Now you about to hit the stage. Now you about to use your face because you know how to use your face to get what you want because he's been telling you you're pretty all your life. I hate that shit.
Wow, so
I
now,
hate that shit.
now
So
we
be
need a
clear.
press conference.
The reason why I have such feelings about this conversation is because this is something I am very intentional about.
Yeah.
My daughter is light skinned, hair look like mine, green eyes. I tell her regularly, you better be smart because that face ain't gonna do to get you laid on your motherfucking back.
So,
How you gonna talk about being smart and you stupid as hell?
bruh, wait. I didn't say get in the hat ever. Hold on. No.
Sorry.
Hold on. We gotta do this in pats.
Okay.
First reactions. We should have
So
first
that is her first reaction. I was about to ask.
My first reaction to that is I see a lot of self-projection in the whole statement.
Agreed.
That's just my whole thing. It's like that's you know what, and it's on her. She talking from her perspective. That's how you see you, and you see the situation going for you. If you don't feel like like I feel like she was attacking people that she maybe probably didn't mean to attack with her statement, but it's
She sound like she get thrown on her back a lot and expected to get more than what she got.
right.
And the reason she got thrown on her back is because she's pretty. But, she's also stupid, as we clearly heard, because you can be pretty. Ain't nothing wrong with being pretty, but you can be dumb. If you're pretty and dumb, that's what's going to happen. You're going to get taken. So I get her telling her daughter,
yeah.
get an education and
Yeah.
be smart. But, I mean, at least she want more for her child than what she do for herself because she retarded. No, I'm God.
No, that's why I say it's projection from how she spoke and where she put her inflections.
Mhm.
You could hear her saying, just going on a pole. I'm like,
Why
there
we
are
went?
strippers who literally could be doctors. They're literally nurses on the side. There are people who the pretty is just an add-on to whatever else they got going on, and that is what pretty should be. You can highlight it, but it is an add-on to whatever else you already have going on.
Women were already at a deficit. Whether we want to admit it or not, whether we want to accept it, we are already at a deficit. We're seen as weaker. We gotta do a little more to be taken into consideration in even conversations. Because I hang around a lot of guys, and when I go out, I'm around a lot of guys, and there are conversations that I always want to be a part of, be it politics, what's going on, where are we going, what can we do, just how does this girl look, because it always comes up, and then a lot of times I find myself having to
hold back,
fight to get my point across, because dudes legit just look at me, you pretty, you don't have an opinion on this, and I'm like, yes I do, and you gonna listen. Mm-hmm. Or the conversation done. And I can radiate enough negative energy to cancel everybody Christmas.
See, I don't know if maybe my pretty ain't up because I always end up in a fight. And I have learned to work on it because there is still a part of it that I am a female. I am woman. And, you're probably bigger than me, stronger than me. Not to say I would not fight tooth and nail, and maybe that's part of my problem, and I'm working on it. But if I have a point and I am passionate, who is you to tell me I am wrong? unless you have a valid point, unless you're coming with logic. If you just want to say, you say, and I have to believe what you say because you is man, not the right one for that. Pretty does not equate to saying that you cannot have a voice. And that's what she's like kind of leaning into. Oh, I'll end up on my back because I'm pretty. If you're pretty, you'll end up on your back. Unless
if you want to get on your back as a pretty girl, you definitely could. If as a pretty girl, the only way to further your cause or what you want to do to get to where you want to be is for you to lay on your back, then that's a personal decision. However, if you just laying down on your back to say like you're getting a $50, then that's a choice you made. But no, there are pretty women who laying on their back to get a house paid.
Facts.
To get a tuition paid.
Facts.
That's the first thing. I'm like, okay, I understand what you're saying. She can't just be pretty. She should be smart.
And
that's
for the
fine.
Record, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. For the record, I'm not telling nobody go sell yoni.
No.
Don't do that. I mean, it's your yoni to do it as you please, but I am not about to sit here and be like, yeah, you should sell some yoni to get what you want. Because you could go look at job. Just saying.
Yes. Yes. But yeah. Shoot. It's coming. Hold on.
I want that, like, elevator music in it.
And now he's gonna put it in. Thank you.
I wanted it.
And I'm still trying to grasp it back. Hold on.
Sorry.
Hold on. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I felt like it's okay to be pretty. It's okay to know that you can't just be pretty. You have to be smart. But also coming from a place where it was a complete opposite for me. I always knew I had to be smart. I was never one. I didn't think about my looks. I didn't think I was pretty. I knew I was smart. And smart is all I went off of. So you can't just be. I just felt like you said, oh, you can't just use your face. You have to be smart too. You have to have book sense. I have all the book sense. I feel like it's the combination that gets you where you want to be. So don't say, oh, that's God's gift, not mine. I mean, I didn't do anything for this face. So I didn't either. But knowing that I have a pretty face and confidence that comes from it opens a lot more doors than if I just strictly looked at my book.
Tying in with that, she's having this conversation with a little girl.
Too.
Okay, that's not two grown women, discussing and feeling things out. You're telling this to a little girl. And I understand why, like you're saying, but the world's already going to base that child on their looks. She is a girl child. You need to establish her own structure of feelings towards her face, herself, before you even tell her how other people are going to perceive her. Yeah. They're going to perceive her. She needs to already establish that. And that's for me sometimes where I'm like, a lot of the conversations I see with parents talking about what they're going to do is, oh, you have to think about how other people are going to perceive you. You do. But your job as a parent, as the guide to this child, is to make sure they have that independence and sense of self, before you start to throw in the fact into the pot that everybody else
are going to have opinions.
Everybody else, they already will.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, if anything, you should be a positive reinforcement first. And it's like, yeah, you are beautiful. Like, acknowledge it. Don't just be like, correct them.
Yeah, because I had the cutest interaction with a little girl the other day. I was walking, and I saw her. She's like this dark-skinned girl, and her hair is like mine. But like, I have really thick, horsey hair.
Yeah.
And like, she had it up in this cute little, just home chilling. And I look at her, and I'm like, you are so beautiful. And she goes, I know. And I'm like,
yes.
I'm like,
yes.
And she's like, and I'm a princess. Mm-hmm. And my mother is a queen. And my baby sister is a princess as well. Now, this is a little girl who understands. Because people act like when you're pretty, you don't know you. I own a mirror.
Right! The coyness, the coy act is crazy.
And even when I'm not, at my prettiest, or I may not be your cup of tea, I'm going to still look in my mirror and be like, girl, you is pressure. Okay? You is pressure. Because you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, to be really honest. She talking to this child and telling the child, oh, you pretty, yeah. That's God's compliment. So am I not allowed to feel good
About
about
being pretty?
because I didn't do anything to be pretty? And there's people who really, like me, for example, it took me a really, really long time to realize that I am, in fact, attractive.
Shocker.
No,
Shocker.
I don't believe this.
Serious?
You serious?
I grew up in a family with light-skinned women.
Okay.
Right.
You know
All
what?
of my family is light-skinned,
You know what?
and the long hair
I see what you're saying now.
and the bodies, and because we're Hispanic, and my mom and I have an aunt and one uncle who are my complexion, pretty much. Maybe somebody darker than me here or there. My brothers are dark as well. I have a cousin who's my complexion, a little lighter, but
You're the darkest set.
Yeah, I was on I grew up on the darker side, so I always grew up, and people growing up, I would hear people telling my cousins like, "Oh, she's so pretty," and nobody ever said to me,
You're so
"You're
pretty.
so pretty," and then. Like, we grew up in a time where light skin was the thing.
Yeah.
And it's only, I don't even want to lie to you, it was after I had my son.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe about 8 years now, it's when I'm like, use pressure, boo. When I comb my hair, when I bathe, as I like to say, I bathe all the time, guys.
She does. She's what's the word? Those people who like like a chondriac.
Yeah, she's not hypochondriac. She's kind of.
I need to bathe.
She like me be clean.
Yeah,
She has to be clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, I've heard. We literally go to the beach and she's like, "Alright, go home. I need to take a shower before I do anything else, and then I'll see what I'm gonna do for the night." I'm like, okay, we do anything in between that shower and the night. She going back, before the night. Before the night, cause she went outside again. Okay.
So, yeah, like, it took me a while for me to understand that I am, in fact, attractive. And even when I did start to, feel myself, I was still not getting that recognition from other people.
Yeah.
And then I kind of started to develop, because like before I had my son, I had a body.
Mm-hmm.
And then after my son is when like my woman shape actually started to come in, and I began to feel more confident in who I was. Because like being attractive is one thing, but you gotta carry it correctly.
Yeah.
True.
If you're not confident in it, then you're not really doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
When I started to take myself and my image and how I felt about me more serious, I realized that the attention started
Yeah.
coming. But then when the attention started coming in, it was cringe.
It was uncomfortable.
Cringe, because it's always a comment about my body. And yes, I am aware of my body.
Yeah.
I'm aware. I grew up, like, every woman in my family has this body except Thika.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I know this body. And it kind of started feeling really bad, because then it was like, oh, you so fine. Your body. Your ass. But can I swear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, hell yes. Please do, because someone else needs to cuss on this thing other than me and
so it took me a while. And when I did finally get there, it's uncomfortable.
No,
Hearing
I
you
can
say
agree.
this is
That's really shocking to me. I mean, I'm a little late. It's not shocking
No.
to you?
You-
No, when she breaks down the reasoning, but I wouldn't think about it because I have never think about it. When I first really started getting nervous, like she just walk in the room like she own it every time. She just walks in the room like she own it. And I was like, that's dope.
she has to.
That's dope.
I'm like,
I kind of had to make myself a presence. I didn't have that choice, because like I told, like at family reunions, family functions and stuff, it's like, oh,
a lot of personalities.
yeah,
I've seen your family.
a lot of personalities, and then it's, oh, she's so pretty, and it's always directed to one of my fairer skinned cousins, and then like my mom was not in a relationship like how my other aunts, my aunts were in a relationship. So that is also something that I was like, so how come these high color folk married off and this and the other, and my mom is here single? Like, is it because we are ugly? Are we not attractive? And then I wake up, it's Big Boss. Yeah, I reach.
Yeah, no, see.
Go ahead, Key.
I was saying, like, that's basically what I'm trying to get at, because mine, it didn't happen, no, 8 years ago. It happened quite recently. The acknowledgement that, you know, I'm not as low as other people made me feel like I felt ugly for most of my time.
Dead.
I felt ugly for most of my teen and all that stuff. Yeah. So when
the not cute friend, the funny one,
Yeah.
It's funny one.
The one they're talking to talk to your friend.
Yeah.
That's always been
To
me.
add to that, like, I recently, like, there's this guy that recently started talking me up.
Yeah.
And we talking, and I'm like, he's like, I like you from school. And I'm like,
no, you did.
I'm like,
Whenever they say, oh,
you know, I'm like, bro, I looked like a toothpick with 5 pounds of lip gloss and this ugly fan hairstyle what man used to put in. Like, I really thought I was popping. And then at one point I decided to wear heels to school. Terrible decision, but it helps me walk better now. And I was like, I told him, I was like, nobody wanted me. Like, y'all wanted the high color girls, y'all wanted the light skinned girls. Y'all didn't want me.
Carmel was it.
Yeah, and then like I was like, I'm a little boy. Yeah, I have this body, I have this face, I have this figure, but I'm a boy. Like,
the run around, you want to play, you right there with the Naruto hand behind my back, shooting through the back.
Yeah, like I'm Attack on Titan all day.
Right? Facts. Away.
That's who I am. So I never felt like I was the one people were attracted to. And then he was like, nah, I always wanted to talk to you, but you always seem unapproachable.
Yeah, that's also a problem.
Excuse me?
That you? Me too. Jeez, I ain't calling. Listen, you always ready to fight. I say one thing and you think I just always on 10, ready to go.
But okay, see, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, me as a friend, I psychoanalyze all my friends. For good and bad, I'm a very critical friend to have. I'm a very loyal and loving friend to have. But I will watch that. Before I could say you my friend, I done look in your soul.
I done shut it up, you know.
I done look in your soul. I swear to goodness. Yes, Nova, you know.
It's creepy.
It is dead ass.
Creepy.
That's where
It
I find my love. That's how I find my love.
I have to look deep in, like, is
deep
it
in
black
there.
or does it have some white in there?
Yeah, is it a little gray? Cause
You psycho.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Maybe that's the truth I'll be trying to hide on this pod. I saw all the fire from you, and I also saw, like, the little girl behind all of it.
Yeah.
She's who I fell for. The little girl, because I see how people perceive you. I see how people perceive you. I see how you perceive yourself. And then I've talked to you. Like, before it was like, oh, this hot girl, you probably think she hot all the time. Yes, I thought the same thing people probably thought. Like, she got that ass, but when I talk to you, I see the other side
I'm
of
chaos,
you.
guys.
Yeah,
I'm falling apart. It's falling act.
and I respect that person. But then you have to do that with everyone, with how the world is today, because it asks us, especially as black women, to put up a shield, because we are already, as you said, perceived as a deficit. So pretty is how many women, that's the first basis of what the world asks of us.
To be pretty.
To be pretty.
Yeah.
And if it's not pretty, it's smart. And if you fallen even on the side on either of those things, you're already feeling like you ain't nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, for those who have it, hearing them complain, I'm not saying that, and this is for people, I have people in my life, your cousin, other people who are fairer skinned, and I love them. And I see their struggle within that privilege, because I'm not taking away from the struggle. Being a woman and being beautiful also plays long term.
Like light-skinned girls, and this is something I've seen because, my family, dudes look at them and it's immediately, I want to put a baby in you. That's not a compliment.
It's not.
That is the creepiest, most disturbing thing you can say to a human being. Like, just imagine a girl walks up to a guy, hey, I want you to breed me. Excuse 911. Immediately.
I feel unsafe.
It's weird. Like,
I'm unsafe.
what's happening? You know, like, and when you look a certain way, a lot of things are unavoidable.
Yeah.
And it's uncomfortable.
And the age it starts to tick in.
When you realize,
Is-
like,
We had a video where we talked to our preteen selves, you
Mhm.
know, and we did hit on the point a little bit, but a lot of it was just like us to the older generation. Sometimes it's like we need to start cutting off these little things we do, or things we see to young girls. Like tell them they're beautiful. Yes, princess, you're a beautiful young lady. Blah, 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 blah.
yes, I did want
But
to get to
they
that.
need to start calling out these other men. They're right next to them, calling at these young girls. You are right there. Okay, it is like y'all need to take up the mantle, because having beauty within your community, as a black community, white community, any other community, most other communities protect, well, at least on the outside, for other people looking in, protect their children.
Yeah.
From the outside looking in, they try to look like they're doing it. Now, because of social media, we know the truth that's going on behind the walls. But I feel for us, me watching it I live in the Caribbean. I've been around other people, other young women. It's like saying no to men when you just that maybe catch it right or whatever. You know the horrors.
Yo, no, I remember when I was in school, a school age. I wasn't 15,
Mm-hmm.
and I caught a ride, and this guy, he looks at me, and I'm like, I'm being polite because I catch a ride, and the guy looks at me and he's like, you have a boyfriend? I was like, yes, I do. He was like, yeah, bet he'll be beating up your pussy. I was like,
That's
What?
I was like,
it.
excuse me? He said, yeah, don't act. I know that little pussy on fire. I was like, I'm stopping here.
That's crazy.
No, I've been in stores where someone's like trying to talk to me, and I don't want to talk to you, sir. And you could hear the tone of voice change, and it's like a demon possessing these people.
It's scary.
It's the energy,
Yeah, like-
and to be that young to receive that.
I remember a time I was walking my son to school, to daycare.
Mhm.
I was walking my son to daycare, and there's this guy. He's been forever,
Chatting.
and I've made it. I could not have made it any more clear. I am not at all interested. You ugly. You look stink. Your teeth are weird. You in jail now.
Mm.
You gonna probably still see this because Malo is not a real place, but other things. And this dude pulls up on me while I'm walking with my child, and he's like something. I said good morning,
Mhm.
because now I'm with my child and I want my child to know
Manners, behavior,
Yeah.
treat people
And
proper.
then he's talking, and I'm just like, I'm ignoring you.
Mhm.
This man turned around because I was walking, so and he was driving, so, and he turned his vehicle around to drive back down beside me and yell at my child, "Your mother a bitch."
What?
Bro, if I had a rock in my hand in that moment, all of the glass in that vehicle was gone. It was gone. Like,
So,
you not only did you disrespect me, and not only have you made me uncomfortable, why would you say that to my child?
mhm.
Because they don't care
Mhm.
about your child.
And
Care
then,
about
but then
kids.
you still have the audacity to turn around and try roll at me?
Well, why not? Give a guy a chance, right? The Tola matter for men. Y'all, no matter how despicable and demon like y'all could be, give a guy a chance. I'm not saying, you know what? I don't even have to say it.
All dudes are not like
We're on
that
a-
because
No.
I
Yes.
have come across gentlemen who, they're like, I'm interested in you and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, listen, I appreciate the compliment. However, I'm not. And they're like, you know what? Cool.
Yes.
No harm, no foul. But that ratio
Yeah, I've
to
never.
the dudes who's going to just let it slide to the ones, like 7 out of 10 dudes gonna hit you with a, yeah, your mother's cunt, that way you're a bitch and fuck you and you this and you dig out that. Like, sir, you don't even know me.
And that's-
You can't get on top of me, but you accusing me of being dig up? What?
Yeah, I didn't get I have not gotten a hash of no, no. But also I don't tell them no, I just act like I deaf.
That doesn't work.
That does
I don't get I have never gotten that amount of aggression.
Is from acting like I was deaf. The man literally stand in front, come around and stand in front
Stood
of
in
me.
front of you.
Yeah, and look down at me like, you ain't hear me? And I'm like,
yeah, it's like when they it's like sir, I don't have to pay attention. You are making me so like, you see, that's part of the reason that I had to kind of walk into the room like, don't talk to me. Unless I talk to you, don't talk to me. Because it's so disgusting.
But how does this is taking it back to the pretty privilege. How does it make you as a woman feel in that woman? Because I feel like they think it's a compliment, but I feel disgusted with being beautiful in a way at times. I feel like
so that's why I have an issue with her telling the little girl, what
it can get you put on your back.
It's gonna get you put on your back, because no, that is a fear that we live with as women.
Naturally.
And me as a victim of sexual assault, like, it's a fear that is in me all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is a very real possibility. So instead of, putting this in my head that this is what's going to happen, why don't you tell me, listen, you can defend yourself.
Yeah.
Defend yourself.
Yeah.
And if all else fails, come to me. Because that doesn't feel like me as a child, that doesn't feel like a safe space.
Right.
Me as a mom, that doesn't feel like a safe space where your child could come back at. Because now, if the little girl, if she's pretty.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say if, she's pretty.
Yeah.
She go down the road in her older years and she comes across a guy. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a woman. I'm bisexual. I look at women and I'm like, yo, you're beautiful. I look at guys and I'm like, yo, you're beautiful. Whether we want to admit it or not, that is the first thing people are gonna see. That is more likely than not how folk are gonna start their conversation with you. No, there are varying degrees of beauty. There's the face, there's the hair, there's the nails, there's all these different things that we do to make ourselves attractive, or don't do and we're still perceived as attractive.
Yeah.
So now when this little girl go out into the wall and somebody's like a guy who's genuinely interested in her, he's gonna say, yo, you beautiful. She gonna go back and tell her mama, you gonna tell the child, he just wanna put you on your back. You stupid.
Right.
You's a dog.
I will take this time to acknowledge that in Caribbean culture, at least, or black culture, I can't say for all black people, I could speak for people within this circle here. I've noticed, like, the mothers do not make it a safe space to explore any of that path of life.
No.
Mothers do not listen,
No.
I'm sorry to put you on blast on me. My mommy literally come up to me at time, high school, and I was going through my menstrual still, so it's up and down, up and down. And when one time it went coming, she's like, what you been doing? Nothing. You sure a boy ain't come really close? Like,
no, what's really, really funny about being pretty, about being a girl and being pretty, we are told we are pretty and that this is gonna be
The
used
highlight
against us. But you realize, at least me growing up, I had no idea what sex was until I got assaulted. So I didn't even know that this wasn't a thing that was supposed to be going on. And then I was told not to have this conversation. And because of the relationship that I had with my mom, I couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything. And
Yeah.
I mean, it was her cousin and whatnot, and the typical threats that come with it.
Caribbean family,
Yes.
about all
Yes.
of these. But that's what I was trying to
they don't make
tell
it
me
a
one
safe
family
space.
that don't have this storyline down upper. And I'm honest to gosh, every time I hear it, the different walks of life, I hear the story all the same from. I am broken hearted.
I dated a guy and he was like, yeah, I was assaulted by that's why I'm like, so I try, like, I'm very hard, and I'm really, really on it with my son, because I'm mostly raising him on my
Unfair?
I have
Unfair a bit.
it's a
A trauma response.
yeah, and I like when I found myself reacting to him and training him off of my trauma, I realized that is unfair. And then I remembered my own experiences, and I remembered not feeling like I could talk to anyone, and I remember like that was a terrible feeling, and that's the last thing I want for him. So I always, like, as hard as I am on him, I always try to make sure he knows you can talk to me about anything. You know, I may get mad because I'm not gonna lie. I make it my business not to lie. You know, I'm very serious about my honesty. I'm not gonna lie and say, oh, I'm not gonna get mad, because I'm human, you're human. We have emotions, and I'm gonna respond. It may not be how you want me to respond, but I'm gonna respond how I feel to respond. So I need you to not take offense at my response. Because at the end of the day, I'm responsible for me, not for you.
We're humans. Mommies are human, and
you know. So I try my best to let him know he can speak to me. And my son is, I mean, maybe you know,
the grown man that is Maury.
He's a grumpy. My child is grumpy.
I'm sorry, I don't know why you to talk about him like your son.
But you know, he's not a bad-looking kid.
I was just gonna say, I kind of want to switch this whole conversation around to talk about pretty privilege
for guys.
Yes, they do have that.
What's funny? A pretty girl can't just be pretty, but a pretty guy
can just be pretty.
Can just, and that's like retarded. Cause yeah, you attractive, but you dumb as a sack of bricks.
And what do you bring?
Nothing. Nothing. I don't even know how to grind. You look good. You only packing about this much dick. You know how to use it? No. But watch me. Boy, fuck you.
No, I can't deal with that stuff. Enough time I've seen very handsome boys, and I'm like, go talk to them, and then I hear they talk, and I'm like, ooh, you are ugly now.
Oh my god.
You are ugly right now.
That's it, bro.
And like no substance back there. Gosh.
Bro, I remember one time I saw this dude, and I was like,
who the fuck?
No, I dated the same guy that I dated that was assaulted. I mean, don't get me wrong, that wife was. But that man, dumb as a sack of bricks. And he went to school. This is a college-educated man with a tertiary degree. This is a man. But that mother skunk stupid. Jesus Christ. Like, we were having a conversation at the time. Like, we broke up. We've broken up. And a few weeks ago, we were having a conversation about, you know, the state of the country and what can we do.
No actual opinion.
And this nigga said, the BVI needs to go independent.
What?
Hold on. Me. Go again.
What?
I was like, what are we gonna produce? How will we sustain ourselves? With what? Oh, we could do it. I said, what will you sell? Gravel? They have 2 concrete plants on the island, and they're both privately owned by niggas who allegedly dabble in some other shit. What are we gonna produce? Beaches? Alright, it's a damn shame. You would never think you got beaches everywhere else in the world with a coastline. Half of y'all can't swim, so you don't care about the beach.
Oh my god.
Never you're tipping too far to
Never will you read him for filter.
No, I'm just saying.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying, but like my point is the man is gorgeous.
Yes, but if I could tell, like,
But
your
you
conversation is just like you've just been walking off of his face, I'm like, oh god. What a shame.
And dudes can be pretty and legit offering up. Like, a dude can be handsome and not have to offer anything else.
Look, I've heard something. The what was it? The
homosexual.
The homosexuals.
Ooh,
I heard
those are real.
They've been lighting up every time. I haven't heard the stories out on the streets. I don't do much outside, but hey,
I am lost. I am lost in all of the sauce.
Oh my god.
What?
A homosexual.
What is that?
Who, you know, stays in a relationship because without this relationship, they don't have no place to live. And they don't have the means to get their own place to live. so they're gonna stay in a relationship, take all kind of manhandling and abuse and the other. It girls do it, but niggas, you niggas coined. You niggas are the reason the phrase homosexual was invented, and it's always the pretty ones. You never find an ugly nigga that's a homosexual.
You can't be an ugly nigga and be a homosexual.
Yeah,
and that's real sad. No, it's real sad.
He said homo.
Hobo, no homosexual.
Hobo.
Homosexual. No, but how could you be ugly and be a homo? I mean, usually.
You got some good dick.
Yes. I was going to say. Usually the only other
hammer.
But women also fickle. We fickle bad. So over time, them thing that it'll always go up in flames. Real, or they just stay, and it's real sad. Real sad.
Oh gosh, I don't even know where we are.
For the
anymore.
record, gentlemen, attractive gentlemen, homosexuality is not like singular to intimate relationships. You live with your mom, with your dad. I don't care how cute you look. I'm not coming over.
Oh gosh.
Book a room with your money. Let me see that you got it. I don't care how. I don't care. You and a rentee safe. Where's your cat?
Where is your
And
cat?
I don't own a cat. So I'm not really a big stickler, but baby, that homosexual, that hobo way of life, it's I don't like that.
I didn't think the show could get any more disorderly, right? I did not think so. And then I bring Nelba on the show, and I'm just like, I don't even know
where we are
anymore.
Yeah.
It's pretty privileged. I'm sorry.
Oh,
No. It's
it just went all over the place.
okay. But then to the thing, here's I'm gonna be real funny with this one. I think that even with pretty privilege in the black community, at least, it's the same thing, but it's also flipped. Like, you remember the period of time it was the light-skinned guys winning?
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's the chocolate winning.
But even when they were winning, they were getting punched at off. Like, not like physically, but also physically, but like, they weren't seen as masculine.
Mm-hmm.
But on the female side, it's dark skin winning these days more, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care about
But
it.
are they feeling
I've
feminine?
never, I've dated a light-skinned dude. And I dated him because he was fine. That's about it. And then I'm a very strong personality, so he got bullied, but then he also bullied me.
Yeah.
So there was some sort of balance until the man opened up his mouth. That was a headache. Light-skinned dudes are soft.
But the thing is, they get bullied by dark-skinned dudes. I'm putting it out there, like, that's at least what I saw growing up.
Yes, dark skin
Growing
dudes would
up,
be rehashed to
but the
them.
dark-skinned dudes would bully, everyone. But also at the same time, they would bully themselves. I'm like, where's the start of
Here's the
it?
thing about bullying, right? And I say this all the time, and people get mad at me when I say it, but a fact is a fact. The only reason you get bullied is because you bully a bull. You don't want to be bullied? Don't be bullyable.
That's
like
true.
every time people tell me I'm a bully, I legit look at them and I'm like, I'm 5'4" and 123 pounds. Why you letting me bully you? Because you can't bully me, I promise you. We either fighting or I'm going to walk away. And if you follow me once I walk away, we're fighting for sure.
You make a hard point.
Yes.
You make a very hard point with that.
No,
And
that's
that's a hard one, because I grew up feeling like I was not bullied.
I was bullied because I was bullyable.
Yeah.
When I woke up and realized, nah, man.
Yeah,
Nah, man.
'cause one day
Nah,
you're like,
man.
nah, you're not about to talk to me like this.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be like,
And then
it's over.
out of nowhere, I am now the bully. Like, well, shit, I'd rather be on this side.
Yeah, I remember this clearly. I was in primary school, and these girls. Like, I always hate, growing up, folks would do this weird thing with the eye, they would like flip up.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
I'm one of those kids.
That fuck the you want to see me cry, and panic? Do that. My son did it the other day, and I freaked out. I hate that. And, I was in a classroom by myself because I've never been the girl to, be around. Like, I have friends now, and I have a friend group now that I'm really happy and really comfortable with. I love these guys, but these guys also know I'll stay home.
Yeah.
You won't hear from me I don't mind my corner. And I was in the classroom just chilling, and they came to the classroom, and they did that thing with the eye, with their eyes, and I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried, and they laughed at me.
I feel the trauma for you right now.
Yeah,
I feel it.
you cried in school.
I could just see them torturing.
Crying in school alone.
Exactly. I cried, and then I went home and I told my mom, and typical Caribbean parents. Okay, and I was like, what?
I hurt. You just say I hurt?
They hit you?
I hurt. Facts.
They hit you?
Yeah. And then if they hit you, you hit them back.
You hit them back?
But we're getting psyched.
Yeah, facts. Too much.
Never again. Never again. I'm telling y'all no. We tried it. Maybe not. Maybe not.
So yeah, and like I cried, and then I went back to school the next day, and I saw the girls coming to do it again, and I just left the room.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? I decided to not be bullyable. And older now, that I'm older now, and we're getting back on track with the whole attractive situation. As an attractive female, I get bullied, and it's not that type of bullying anymore.
There is hating.
But there's hating,
and
then there's the bullying that I get from, like, when I want to have conversations in the male-dominated spaces.
And not being taken seriously.
Yeah. Because, like, I remember one time I was having a conversation with someone, and, like, the guy legit looked at me, and he was like, why you smart, man? I was like, nigga.
Don't insult me.
I was like, excuse me? He was like, yeah. I was like, so what, you thought I was dumb? He was like, not that you don't. Like, because no, he didn't know how to answer. You can't tell me I dumb, because I can curse you.
No, but that's how they blatantly think about it. Like,
my man.
I'm about to bring up your man. Like he literally said, oh, she's cute and with a brain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like when he first saw me, he was like, oh, cute head, because I have my head shaved. Then he talked to me. He's like, when I talked to you, right, and you made sense. God.
That was
it for him. Like
the
actual sense. I'm like, are your standards like what? That's how I
have not met these dumb girls that they just. I've never met them.
But the amount that they'll be speaking about it for me, and maybe it's due to the goal and the circle. We don't be outside. Maybe it's the circles I'm in. I'm like, what are you talking about? Girls are smart C's. I've met really smart C's girls.
Thanks.
I seems not smart C's right now, but all the smart C's girls that I've met are smart.
Nadia makes up everything. Nadia is her own narrator to every part of her life. Nadia.
like guys.
They out there. That's what you're telling us. They're out there.
No. Listen, I remember one time I met this girl, and I was like, yo, you are beautiful, and I was like, let's have a conversation. And I can't remember what a conversation was, but my girl answered me, and I was like,
Never mind.
I'm like, what? I'm like, that's how you feel for real? Like hand to God. And she's like, I think we were talking about abortion.
Oh gosh.
Abortion.
How funny is that?
And she was like, as soon as you pregnant, she was like, I would never do it. And I was like, bitch, that's your business, because I'm not about to have a nigga baby that I don't want to have in my life. What I'm saying is, I was like, I'm not about to do the whole pregnancy thing again right now.
Yeah.
That's not where I'm at in my life. And
yeah.
She was like, oh, so you would have an abortion if you got pregnant? I was like, yeah. And she like, sis got mad, and I was like, but it's my body.
That's personal choice, dog.
And
that's when you're stupid to me. I'm just like.
She's like, oh, it's gonna ruin you, and it's gonna this, and it's gonna. I was like,
that's my choice.
Where'd you get these facts? And she's like, I heard it. I was like, did you do any research on it? Like, have you yourself done any investigating as to how these things occur, why these things occur, what would happen to you should you be in that situation? And she's like, no, if I get pregnant, I'm gonna keep it. I was like, bitch, you dumb. You're gonna end up with 500 children.
And this is the hard part for me about having this conversation, because I empathize so much, and I'm sitting here thinking, where is she getting that from? And she's getting that from her mom. And where's her mom getting that from? We forget, before the internet, the Caribbean was still dark ages.
Yeah.
It was cute.
Yeah.
Okay, we still dark ages. But the ability to go and find that information the way that we are now, they didn't have it.
I mean, remember, women growing up, we are taught, if you have sex, you're going to get pregnant and you got to keep the child.
Yeah.
But-
Whereas, like, that's all sexual education. A nigga know
Don't get nobody.
you're going to fuck and you got to breed.
You gotta breathe.
You ain't throwing no water. You ain't never heard that?
You on the mute. If a man hits 22 now, 22, 20, 25, let's 25, and he ain't got no kids, he on the mute board.
Yeah.
There's so much pressure on guys to have kids.
Yeah, there is.
And then you still turning around and telling girls, don't,
Yeah, the storylines don't add up. They don't. They never do.
Okay.
You inconsistent.
Kia's kind of shocked about that thing. There's pressure on guys
There's
to
pressure on guys.
I've
Like,
seen
throw good
a
water.
bit of it, but I'm just like, I
It's-
don't understand. I don't understand.
Well,
especially
once
like
again,
attractive guys.
Yep.
An attractive dude cannot be 20 odd and not have a baby because what you doing?
yeah.
Okay.
But okay, going
I'm
back
a-
to the
I'm a
times,
pause,
olden
'cause
times.
I get
20
paused.
to 30 children these mans used to have,
True.
20, and you
I just
think-
thought because they didn't have cable,
No, but it's a part of the culture now. That's the conversation that we are having now is actually to upturn and look deeper into some of the things that naturally have been happening
Okay.
in the families.
I'm a pause.
Go ahead.
We've been talking for a hot minute. So I'm just gonna wrap up with what the last 2 points that I did want to touch on.
Okay.
One is
We got nowhere.
no way. I
That's
tell
nowhere.
you I'm not doing this again. I don't even know what to title this episode at this point. Never listen.
Girl talk.
Just
Facts.
saying why we brought Nelva here. Why is she here?
I'm sorry.
We love her.
I'm sorry.
But-
we love you. Jesus,
but-
your opinion, you got a lot going
We
on.
gotta
in
we
there.
gotta bring it back.
You got a lot
We
going
gotta-
on up there.
Don't
you know
give
what I'm
her a
saying?
topic.
We like it.
Don't give her a topic. Just let us sit on here and talk.
It'd be like just saying with Nelva. Like
Yes.
she get her own little
Yes.
section in at this point. Jesus, Nelva.
My plan has come together, guys. Are you seeing? That was a plan.
Wow.
Take over.
This was just all casted.
Wow.
I feel used.
Oh my God.
This is going to be on her reel in her portfolio now.
Yeah,
And we
she's
just-
like she started off on this show that never made it, but that episode.
You take your energy somewhere else. You take your energy
Girl, we
somewhere
about to
else.
be famous. They gonna call me for bookings and I'm gonna be like, my girl's gotta come.
Facts, your girl hosting something. I don't know what, but I'm gonna host something soon. It's gonna come.
Call me to host your brunch and I bring in my dogs.
Facts.
Bottomless mimosas.
You can't even have none. You can't sit a ward never.
You right? I had to drink Hennessy anyways.
Okay, but bring it. One point then. I brought it down. Listen, I just want to point out the fact, right? She said that's God's compliment, not mine. I am gifted in many ways that God gave me. Does not diminish any of them. I look good.
Mm-hmm.
I got book sense. I could sing a little bit. Like,
You have to work on it still.
all of
You
those
still have
things-
to work on.
pretty in itself is a process. Like if you take care of
Upkeep it.
upkeep.
I've said that.
Keep.
I've used that line before. Though. That's God's because we're a religious society.
Yeah.
As I like to put it, selectively.
Yes.
And a lot of my outfits are,
Risque.
risque. I look good. I got this body.
I won't have
And
it
I remember
forever.
one time I was going someplace and this lady, these church ladies, oh, where you going? This was after I literally had like two clothing items and I had this dress. And I was going on the road in my dress and the lady goes, oh, look at what you have on to go down the road. I was like, this is the body your God gave me.
Oh gosh, never. You did it pedally. It doesn't count. No.
What? It's God's compliment, absolutely. But guess what? God put a tree in there. I still say thanks for the oxygen and so.
Yeah. I just wanted to bring it back to that. And
I still think we need to think of it as everything that I have as I came out to my mom, I had to work continuous to keep it up to where I am at now.
Yes, and
So-
don't not tell the babies they're beautiful. They need to hear it. You need to be the first one to tell it to them. I was not brought up with that, and I could have used that. Like just let them know. Don't let someone else have to tell them, because that's when they're really gonna get put on their back. Don't let somebody else have to tell them.
I'm a Willow Smith you right now.
Woo.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
but I think we done talk your head off. Love you guys. Thank you for coming back.
Just saying, come back some more. We'll have more awesome people on.
Maybe some
obviously.
people more organized than Nelba.
Hey!
But still love you, Nelba. You know, shout out to you.
But we had a great conversation. We had a great time. Just saying, thanks for coming. Just saying, please come back. And just saying, we love you.
We love
Just
you.
saying, suck my dick.
Ah!
Just saying, follow me on all social medias.
Hey.
Jenelba, Jenelba.
Correct.
And then you're gonna see me in all of my chocolate.
Correct.
There's lots of chocolate.
Okay. We'll see you guys.
Beautiful.
Bye.